right. Ms. Goodman, let the record reflect that all members are now present. Perfect timing. All right. Everyone, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right. Vice President Del Palacio, please read the land acknowledgement.
Yeah. The Tolleson Union High School District serves 14,000 students with 15 indigenous communities represented throughout its 7 high schools. The Tolleson Union High School District Governing Board would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Akamil Atampima and Peepash Maricopa peoples, and pay respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. We recognize their enduring connection to this land, their rich culture and language, and the invaluable contributions they have made and continue to make in our community. And as we gather today for the Tolleson Union High School District Governing Board meeting, let us remember the significance of these lands and honor the legacy of the original stewards of this territory. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. I will make a motion to approve the regular agenda. Do I have a second?
So moved.
All right. I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yes.
Member Ortega Romero?
Yes.
Member Sun?
Yes.
Member Dr. Luna O'Hara? No. All right, that the motion carries. Thank you. All right, on to the fun stuff, our celebrations. Our first one is the 2026 National High School Baseball Coach Association Hall of Fame. I'm going to welcome up Mr. Perez to introduce our coach.
So you're probably looking at me right now and it's like, I thought it was just the coach. I'm gonna explain why these amazing individuals are here with him. President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, Governing Board members, Superintendent Calles, Ms. Goodman, and Tolleson community. I am proud to share that Tolleson Union High School, T-Town, varsity baseball coach, Scott Richardson has been inducted into the 2026 National High School Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Let's go ahead and give him a big round of applause. Coach Richardson's impact goes far beyond baseball. Through his leadership and commitment to students, he has built a legacy rooted in excellence, service, and family, hence, which is his family right here. Over the course of a total of 36 years in coaching, 26 of those years here at T-Town, Coach Richardson has made a lasting difference in the lives of countless hundreds of students and athletes. The Richardson family continues to make a lasting impact at T-Town. To far left, we have Rayanne, who was recently recognized as a Certified Teacher of the Year. Let's give her a round of applause. We have, Coaches Richardson's daughter-in-law, married to his son Brock. Katie, you want to raise your hand? Let's give her a round of applause. His son, who's following Coaches Richardson's legacy, Brock. Let's give him a round of applause. As we all know, the heart of the family, his beautiful wife here, who has not only been with him, as a wife, but Dana has also taught for 31 years 5th and 6th grade students. Let's give her a big round of applause. And our awesome guest here in front, his granddaughter. Let's give her a big round of applause. So with that, an extreme honor to be here to acknowledge, Coach Richardson. He's one of 4 nationally, coaches inducted to the Hall of Fame. With that, let's go ahead and give him a big round of applause.
Awesome. Come on, Coach.
All right. Members, if you have any comments, Coach does have to get back over to Tolleson to beat Verado, I believe it is. So anybody have any comments they'd like to make while he's still here? All right, again, just congratulations, Coach Richard, your family. Thank you for everything you've done for Tolleson High School and certainly our district. And congratulations on a well done recognition. So congratulations again. All right, keeping the fun, exciting celebrations going. I'm not sure. I'm turning this over to Mr. Caius. I'll turn it over to you for 2026 Arizona McKinney-Vento Homeless Liaison of the Year.
Yes, President Chapman, members of the board, I'd like to invite up Miss Angie Madsen along with Angela Garcia for this presentation.
Good evening, President Chapman, Superintendent Kayas, and members of the board. I'd like to take a moment to recognize an outstanding member of our team, Angela Garcia, who has served as our District McKinney-Vento Liaison. Angela has been named the 2026 Arizona McKinney-Vento Homeless Liaison of the Year by the Arizona Housing Coalition and the Arizona Department of Education. This is a statewide honor, recognition of her leadership and impact in supporting students who are experiencing homelessness. I had a privilege to nominate Angela and highlight her amazing accomplishments this evening. Angela removes barriers that can prevent students experiencing homelessness from fully participating in school by supporting school teams, ensuring enrollment stability, and monitoring attendance and connecting families with critical resources. Her strategies include maintaining a regular presence on school sites, providing targeted professional development, and managing a centralized SharePoint system, which tracks our procedures and ensures that all students are identified and served. Angela does this all with passion and compassion while also maintaining an incredibly high level of compliance, which is recognized by ADE, as ADE often sends other districts to Angela for best practices. And to top it off, she has taken on district-wide transportation for all of our McKinney-Vento students this year. For context, that is, we have 318 McKinney-Vento students district-wide and 189 transportation routes every single day. Angela's work reflects a deep commitment to equity, dignity, and opportunity for every student, and her work has a significant impact on the mission of our district. Please join me in congratulating Angela Garcia on this well-deserved recognition.
Members, any comments? Oh, yeah, Vice President Hill.
Actually, I do have a question. Is there any way we can get in details and the depth of this award and how prestigious it is? Sometimes we, as board members, we sit here and, receive all these amazing accolades from our staffs and teachers. I just want to know in details on how prestigious these awards are and what embodies and what was the parameters that they were judged on to receive this award.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, Angie will return, but I'm pretty sure that the state only recognizes one homeless liaison across all of Arizona, and Angela was recognized. So in terms of prestigious, yes, she is the only one in Arizona getting recognized for this honor for this year.
Amazing. Thank you. Great job.
No, it's, again, on behalf of the board, congratulations, another well-deserved honor, and certainly thank you for all the work that you do on behalf of our district, our community, and certainly our students. So thank you and congratulations again. All right, and then our next celebration, we're going to be celebrating everything going on at University High School, and we're going to welcome up Principal Vicki Landis.
Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, Angio, board members, Superintendent Kayes, and Miss Goodwin, and our. Thank you for coming tonight, and it is my honor to share with you all things University High School. So this is just an updated map that we have updated from last year to let you see and know where our students are coming from. So if you look under the logo of University High School, you can see we are out far west in Tonopah. We are to the east in Phoenix Union. We are up north in Deer Valley, and then you can see us down in the south. So that is where all of our families come from, and each purple dot represents a family. So you can imagine, with that coming from all over the valley, we participate in heavy recruiting activities. So we have over 25 partner schools that we work with, and we have students from 9 different high schools who attend University High School. There's our list of charter schools as well who transition to TUHSD, where we maintain these students and we actively recruit. So
From my hand, why don't people understand my intention? Weird science, elastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces, and the magic from the hand will make it weird science. Things I've never seen before. Behind both doors, and imagination. Weird science.
So this year, we paired our future freshman night with our in-STEM night, allowing our future families to see the kind of investment and engagement that they will see at University High School in STEM. Our counselors and student service teams participate in the afternoon and evening events, which means talking about positions in career fairs, hosting tables. So I'm switched gears here a little bit, and we're talking about recruiting. So when you look at the slide, you'll see all of us participating in these events. So student services visit schools. They, in turn, come and visit us. We have events that we host, and we invite them. And then we also have our students lead student panels, and we'll have leadership come and provide breakfast and have them hear from our students, because we find that taking them into a classroom and see what it's like in the classroom, as well as be able to respond with students, helps them to get an accurate picture of what it is like at University High School. So when we talk about recruit, that's important, but so is more maintaining. And so for this part, I'm being very transparent with you about the data. As you look at this slide, look across the top about cohort 2021. You can see over on that top row on the right-hand side, we started off in 2021 with 174 freshmen. And as you go across, you can see how many we lose. And so for the class of 2021, we actually had a persistence rate of only 45%. So not only is it important we recruit, but we need to maintain as well. And if you look at the circles that are in red, you can see down in 2027 that we were able to actually maintain 88% of those freshmen who are sophomores, and then 80% the following year. So we are seeing growth with maintaining those students. It's important because, as you all know, the environment is pretty competitive. And if you look straight down that column, on that last column, you can see we used to recruit 174, and that was pretty easy. Our numbers have been sliding every year, and so that's why the recruiting is so important. So right now, that class of 2029, we had 144, and I will tell you right now, our incoming freshmen, we are at about 100. So we continue to recruit. We are an open enrollment school. So in the past, or if you talk to family members, they might say, there's an application process. You have to test into University High School. You do not have to test in. We take everybody. So to give you an idea of what that looks like, if you look at our class of 2026, we actually had 25% of our students who were minimally and partially proficient in math. If you look at the next column for ELA, 11% of those students are minimally proficient or partially proficient. And as you look, even at the class of 28, 41% of our students came in minimally proficient or partially proficient. So we do a lot to help students harness the power of their dreams. Some people might perceive this as, oh, all the smart kids go to University High School, and so it's pretty easy to do. However, our teachers are closing these gaps with our students. So the important part, as we all see this triangle, is tier 1. That's effective core instruction that we see every day in the classroom, and we focus on that with teachers. Tier 2 are those interventions, and we are appreciative that we have RTI and that flex time during the day so that we can work with students. We've even flexed again recently to ensure that we are providing interventions student by student, skill by skill. We also worked on Tier 2 with 21st Century Grant, and I'll share more about that information a few slides later. Tier 3 are options that we have an AP support class for incoming freshmen who are below grade level. We have peer mentors, we have grit gurus, and we have a SIT team that our district office helps us organize. So at this time, we're going to take a pause, and I'm going to introduce you to one of our fabulous students. Wendy, would you please join me? Right here, and I'm going to talk about you, okay? So Wendy Sepulveda Avalos is a high-achieving junior. At University High School, we choose juniors to celebrate. That way they can put that on their resume, and that can be something that they can brag about, and that will help them achieve some of the accomplishments they want. So she is a 4.0. She demonstrates strong leadership through her former role as co-president and current role as senior fabrication officer of the first robotics competition team Robo Crew, where she has developed skills in computer-aided design and CNC machining aligned with her interest in engineering. Wendy is also a dedicated choir member, varsity tennis player, which she did have a match this evening, recognized as the most improved player, and an active member of the National Honor Society and National STEM Honor Society. Her honors include College Board First Generation Recognition Award and multiple First Robotics Dean's List semifinalist distinctions. She's bilingual in English and Spanish and Stop the Bleed certified. Wendy brings academic excellence, technical skills, and a commitment to growth to her future endeavors. Wendy plans to major in either aerospace engineering or mechanical engineering. Her dream school is MIT, but she's keeping all of her options open. So when I asked the staff to provide some words, we got a lot of words. So I just chose one. This is from one of your counselors. So Wendy is especially impressive because she's not just one of the best students to ever pass through University High, but she is also one of the most emotionally intelligent, kind humans I have ever known. Wendy goes above and beyond to make other students feel welcome and included. We can expect to hear great things about her in the future. And our second student of the year is fabulous that he's not even here. He's out of state, but let me brag about him a little bit. So Louis Boozer began his freshman year at University High School as a member of the ROTC program, an experience that had a significant and lasting impact on his high school journey. Through ROTC, Louis has participated in several enriching opportunities, including trips to Washington, D.C., New York, Missouri, Hawaii, and currently he's in Florida. He's served as the platoon sergeant, second in command, where he demonstrates strong leadership and excellence. He's a member of the National Honor Society, and as you are at a bunch of events, you will see him presenting the colors as well. This year, Louis serves as the executive officer in the ROTC program. He maintains an impressive 4.4 weighted GPA and continues to exemplify leadership, discipline, and academic excellence. He is currently in Pensacola at NASA. His senior year, he would like to be the commanding officer of ROTC and is seeking acceptance or an appointment to a military academy. These students are excellent students, and it's really hard to choose these two. I'll let you know that Louis and Wendy, by chance, when I was talking to Wendy about this award, I said, did you know you were going to get it? And she said, oh, I kind of had a feeling because we took them out to some schools to recruit. But that was just by chance because they are so fabulous. So Louis couldn't be here tonight. We did invite his parents. Oh, they are.
Oh, bring him out.
Thank you. And I'm going to share kind words that one of his teachers had to say about him as well. This is from Mr. Hill. Lewis is one of the most well-rounded students I have encountered in my career. He is an incredible critical thinker, professional communicator, and thoughtful peer. He makes learning fun. In class, Lewis always has a smile on his face and a joke ready to go for when the class gets too quiet. He's the first person to offer thoughtful questions during conversations and is always there to help a peer that might not be able to understand. He's a natural leader and someone that people feel safe going to for help. He sets the tone for the class community. From freshman year to now, it's been an honor to see him grow, and I could not be prouder of the amazing young adult he has become. Thank you. So we have a lot of fabulous kids and awards, and I'm going to share some of those with you right now. Amazing. We have 41% of our senior class who have biliteracy skills, and so they can read, speak, listen, and write in those languages. I was just notified that Mahi Patel, one of our students, will be the first student in the history of AZ to get the biliteracy seal in Gujarati. So congratulations, Mahi. Also, what I'd like to share with you is that in the upper left-hand corner, you can see our peer coaches for FAFSA. The goal for schools is to be at 50% by December. Our kids were at 97%. Tolleson was above 50% as well, and you can see that our partnership, especially in this program, is strong with the Tolleson counselors as well. Our counselors and our social workers are very involved in student life. The social workers had the Grit Awards, where students are praised for their efforts and hard work, reinforcing positive growth mindset. They also acknowledge perfect attendance. Students are rewarded with a certificate every month and a treat. They appreciate that we see those efforts and that they are working hard to attend school and work hard. It is a consistent act that we do, and students really appreciate that. Both our counselors and social workers are available for students every day during lunch, and this is something that we tried this year. And it is great to see our kids know where to go to get questions and help at lunch, or just to hang out with their social workers and their counselors. Equally important is our counselors provide monthly chats with grade level parents to ensure parents are aware of specific target areas for the individual grade levels. Currently, our counselors are holding junior meetings that include a check-in with every single junior, an in-depth meeting to ensure they are on track and ready for their senior year. What you saw in the video is that we had a group of kids come to us and tell us that they could make PBIS even better for us. So they shared that they really like getting the right cards. So presented to teachers and said, we would love for you to share and give us more right cards. And then we purchased some little things for them to kind of motivate them. They had suggestions for things that they would like to see. And our teachers were all in, and so they may hand in some of these right cards, and they may get a homework pass. They may get a dance party. They may get to be DJ for the day. They may choose their own seat, choose a Socratic seminar, and Ms. Sepulveda has a vending machine award that is very popular as well. Mine is up there, and after so many cards they hand in, they can get to the front of the line. So it's a fast pass to the front of the line that doesn't cost us anything. We take this time to acknowledge and thank the superintendent and the governing board who have paid for AP testing for the past few years. That is how we are able to get 100% participation. You might see the grade 10 looks lower, but it's actually 100% of the students who choose to take AP World. So they get a couple options their sophomore year, and that's why that is. So we offer 18 AP courses. 14 are of the core content area of English, Math, Science, and Social Studies. 14 of our 18 UH teachers have attended AP training covering 22 different courses. 6 UH teachers have been AP readers covering 7 different courses. And University High is recognized for their Access Award as well as the National Honor Award. And when we talk about dual enrollment, our students last year earned 900 credit hours for dual enrollment, saving them and their families money. And then last year's class was set for $10 million of scholarship offers. We do have a smaller senior class this year, but we anticipate a very similar numbers with them. And then today was ACT Day. Our kids all took the ACT. You can see why we put some 4-year trends up here to let you know that we continue to increase our proficiency as we move on for the past 4 years. So a couple years ago in 2022, we were actually 96% proficient in ELA. We dropped a little bit, and now we are back in 2025, back at 96% proficient. In 2022 for math, we were at 85, which was our highest numbers. We have operated, we've adjusted, we've provided some interventions, and last year we were at 87. So super proud of the work that our teachers have done with that. And so just to share with you a little bit, some things that we have done. So again, we appreciate that Tolleson Union High School District provides that test in the fall. That is huge. They get there, that's their baseline. And then from fall to spring, we go into modes where we help the teacher or the kids determine where their strengths are, what they need to work on. And during flex, we use that time for them to work on those specific interventions. This year, for the first time, we had the district provided a boot camp, and we brought all 120 juniors into this room, and they spent 1 day, and they loved it. 91% of our juniors reported that the Mastery Prepped ACT boot camp was very effective, and 94% of them liked what their teachers were doing as well. And I don't know that Ms. Wolfer is here, but she gets a big shout out because she is our most popular ACT math presenter. So those are some of the things that we do. We also incentivize with prizes for when they attend them, and so they have opportunities to win fun things as well. I am not sure that our 2 employees is Rick or Sam. I will just talk about them. They were unable to be here. Oh, wait, there she is. So I actually talked to Sandra at the back door, and I didn't even know that was Sandra, because this is not how Sandra dresses at work. So I want to talk about Rick and Sandra. They are just fabulous on our campus. They are 2 of the most dedicated and essential members of the University High community, and I will say that for Tolleson as well. They work tirelessly to keep our campus clean, safe, and welcoming. They are consistently going above and beyond for both our students and our staff. Sandra is known for her kindness, her humility, and unwavering commitment. She keeps the school spotless, responds immediately when help is needed, and she brightens University High School. Rick brings the same level of professionalism and reliability. Together, Sandra and Rick embody service, heart, and dedication. So sometimes on campuses, you know, we have something like a rainstorm, a dust storm, a lightning storm that causes us to go into lockdown for 3 or 4 hours. And Rick and Sandra never complain. They look at it as an opportunity to serve. They are true servant leaders. And my favorite thing about Sandra isn't all of these wonderful things, but when I speak a little bit of Spanish to me, she speaks it back to me, and she even corrects me without making me feel like a fool and helps me get that correct. So that is what I always appreciate. So a couple years ago, we were working with some outside sources, and we did some student panels, and the takeaways from both of these sources, like your students need some voice, some more student-led opportunities. So we started our leadership class, and they do such things as they help us out in the evenings with our parents when we do these events, help them know where they're going. They run our assemblies. I always thought that I ran a good assembly and celebrated all the kids. They do such a better, fabulous job, and put games in the middle of them. You can see them having fun in the lower left-hand corner there where they are part of Trunk or Treat. So they help unite UH and Tolleson together. We give tours every month. And so a couple of them will pair up and they will give tours to any families that want to come and hear about University High School. And then in the upper left-hand corner, those are all fun things, but they came to me and said, we want to change PBIS. We think we can make it better. Can we present to the staff? And you don't get to hear teachers or kids like say, we want to go talk to the staff and present to them. So it has just been such a great opportunity, and we appreciate leadership and look forward to more years of it. I want to brag a little bit about our 21st Century program, which is under the guise of Lindsay Guinea. So our RoboCrew is a part of this as well. It includes Odyssey of the Mind, which is their recent qualifiers for the state competition. Project Green, who is recycling and tracking the pounds of materials that they are keeping out of the landfills. We got Miss Wolfer's math tutoring, which is always popular. We have Heart and Hand, which get together every week, and they make cards and small gifts for residents in nursing homes and cancer treatment centers, and just provide encouragement. And we have our science support with Miss Wright, as well as the teacher who supports women in STEM as well. If our students demonstrate interest and passion, we do our best to support their efforts and their passions. And as you can see, our students are engaged during the school day and after the school day. And then we do have so many fabulous kids that I just want to highlight some of their accomplishments this year. So we just celebrated Wendy, but after I handed this in, she won another award. So Wendy was one of the 2 students to be selected as a first leadership finalist, and we'll have an opportunity to represent RoboCrew in the World Championship in Houston this year. As Stephanie Hernandez and Salazar and Mahi Patel both received the Saguaro Presidential Scholarship at the University of Arizona. Sometimes we'll have one winner. We actually have two winners this year with over $60,000 over 4 years. Alejandro Salazar serves as the Tolleson team mayor and received the First Generation Award for Academic Achievement, along with $16,000 of annual scholarships to attend ASU. Rebecca Grijalva Moreno, who was our Student of the Year last year, and Lenore Rodriguez, one of this year's Ultimate Grit winners, were both Quest Bridge finalists. Brian Maris Vega, who was our Student of the Year last year, was a Flynn Foundation finalist, and he didn't even complete the competition process because he got a full ride to Princeton in the meantime. And last, but certainly not least, Vincent Acuna is a semifinalist for the Dorrance Scholarship and will be participating in his final interview in the near future. And last but not least, Miss Cassie Harris. Okay, so again, so many kind words that people have to say about Cassie. Cassie is our permanent sub. Cassie used to be a teacher at University High School. Cassie's contribution extends far beyond the classroom. She sponsors GSA, participates in book studies, assists with Title I responsibilities, serves as the TUA site representative. She steps up during emergencies. She helps colleagues with grading and planning, offers thoughtful feedback on lessons and ideas. Her kindness is constant, her work ethic unmatched, and her commitment to equity and student-centered decision-making unwavering. Colleagues describe her as the glue of the campus, someone who brings people together, advocates for students using both data and deep personal knowledge, and models grit, perseverance, and professionalism. She's universally respected, widely relied upon, and deeply appreciated. One of the things that I was talking about to Cassie about is, supporting teachers and how we could best do that. And she's like, I will provide a menu of services that I can provide. And that's just the kind of person that she is. So congratulations, and we appreciate you. You get to shake hands with everybody. So our leadership group also runs our Instagram, and this is the picture that we enjoyed that they took for Thanksgiving and posted it. This is our staff, because we know it's not about the buildings and the programs. It's about the people who are servicing our students, and this is our staff from University High School. So every year I talk about Alumni Day. We had a fabulous Alumni Day again. This year I want to share with you that we had an alumni person on American Idol. So here she is, class of 2021.
Mona Lisa, ooh, oh, every part of me is beautiful, and I'll finally see I'm a work of art, I'm a masterpiece. Oh,
So Washington University in St. Louis is where she attends, and her background singers were actually students from Washington University, making it even more important. And so we celebrated her, and look forward to adding more alumni to our distinguished list of alumni. And that is what I have for you tonight. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, Ms. Landis, thank you for sharing all the highlights and successes going on at University High. A lot of tremendous things going on this year. The biliteracy seals increase. I also love talking about AP and dual enrollment, especially the cost, because a lot of folks ask like how much it costs. I think we were just talking about this last week. Is like, there's not a lot of districts out there that cover costs for dual enrollment in AP the way that we do. Just another way we're investing in our students, and it's great seeing so many kids taking advantage of that, and your team supporting them to do that. So thank you to you and everyone at University High that's pushing that with students and supporting it. Congratulations to our students and staff of the year that were recognized here, but I also want to recognize our parents and family members of our folks that were just recognized, so you also please stand. You're a part of our U High community. Just want to also thank you for choosing the Tolleson Union High School District and certainly University High. Yeah, again, just tremendous work. And I also see we have a few folks I see in the audience. If you're a U High staff member, also please stand and be recognized for your work. So again, congratulations on, I know we're still getting through the year, but a successful year so far, and I look forward to seeing what the scholarship dollars bring out for this year. I'll turn it over to my colleagues for any comments they'd like to make.
Principal Landis, again, thank you so much for your strong leadership. I've noticed that, with the enrollment, and I think we've spoke to us about it before, about somehow getting ways to get more community members to be interested in our University High and what we offer. We're almost like a hidden gem, and maybe something we can do in our PR and support. I mean, we are open as a collective board, as you know. Our role is that, anything you guys can think of, we'll be happy to, consider and to hear out, because we want that to increase. We want to stay competitive. We have the best students here on the West Side, and we want to capture that, especially with competition with charter schools, vouchers, private schools, micro schools, and so forth. The list can go on. And it's just a shame to see, our own community family members not knowing, realizing that we have this gem, hidden in the West Side Valley. So again, thank you for your strong leadership. And again, a shout out, congratulations to our female student of the year, Wendy Avalos, our male student of the year, Louis Boozer, to his family that's here to represent, our support staffs of Sandra and Richard, and of course, our certified employees, Cassandra. Thank you so much for your dedicated work and being part of the Tolleson Union High School District family. And thank you again. And to your staff and your team. I think that, you know, school like this, I know my son have benefited indirectly attending as well as on the Tolleson Union High School campus, and what he walked away with, the, the foundation that you guys have built. And I know that every year, every culture will change, but anything we can do, we are here to, you know, to help out. And we're here to hear any suggestions that you and your team may have.
Thank you.
Member Dr. Luna.
Thank you, Ms. Landis. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. I want to thank you and your administration staff for supporting our students in the phenomenal way that you do. I am a two-time university high mom, and so I know the rigor and the support that our kids need and get being part of the university high campus. And so can't say enough about all the staff because I lived it and I experienced it with two of my girls attending there. So thank you for that. For the Students of the Year, Wendy and Lewis, congratulations. Look forward to seeing where your talents take you. Look forward to you coming back as an alumni and sharing those talents with us. To the support staff, Sandra and Richard, thank you for choosing the Tolleson Union High School District. And to the Certified Employee of the Year, Ms. Harris-Fracker, thank you so much for choosing Tolleson as well. No questions. You guys always impress me with the amount of just the ACT support, the FAFSA numbers. It's always awesome to see how many of our kiddos are taking advantage of this very important step to get themselves into the next chapter of their life. So thank you, Ms. Landis. Thank you.
Member Ortega Romero.
Yeah, Principal Landis, great job you and your team have done at University High School. I mean, I'm kind of still blown away. It's just a lot to kind of process because it's just so amazing. You know, something that I took into just consideration, you know, that hit home a little bit was I'm currently working on a capstone, and my project is on the rising cost of tuition, and something that is just like I don't even have words is you know, the 41% CO by literacy, amazing FAFSA completion rates, 900 hours of dual enrollment, and $10 million in scholarships. I think that it speaks volume when students are prepared for the next steps after high school. And no matter what it may be, university, high school, teachers, administrative team, everyone is really contributing to the success that students are really going through. So thank you once again to you and your team, and congratulations to students and staff of the year. Thank you.
Vice President Del Pasio.
Yeah, thank you. Well, number one, you and your team are nothing short of exceptional. I mean, you all just knock it out every single time. And it's evident in the dedication. And the point that you made, which I thought was phenomenal, is that the stigma of that this school is just for the smart kids. I would argue that, and you would probably agree with that, it's also for the hardworking kids. Right. If you want this, you can have it. And our teachers are ready to ensure that you get to where you need to be successful in this program. And that's the beautiful, I think, part of this. And I like that the map that you shared, which highlighted the vastness of just where we recruit our families from. I mean, or where they're coming from, all the way East Valley, down by the 202 in Ahwatukee, and, you know, I mean, just across the valley. And so that just says a lot about the program, the strong program that you run here and the team. And so thank you for highlighting that. Love to see the AP club course is 100% enrolled. Obviously, the dual enrollment, 900 credit hours, is another amazing just statistic. And I just read something today that those kids that are in dual enrollment are 2.1 likely, more times likely than AP students to actually complete a post-secondary degree. So that's huge. So that, and then of course, Lewis and Wendy. I know Lewis is here out there. He's not here, he's crushing it, but it was beautiful to see his family here. Thank you all for being here. You've done such a wonderful job with your son. And Wendy, you're crushing it as well. Keep doing all the great things, and no doubt you'll get into MIT or somewhere, okay? Believe that you're gonna get in somewhere with your talents. And I know you mentioned a student, Mahi, who's now gonna get the first bilateral seal in Gujarati. That's amazing too. I know you slid that in there, but I just wanted to highlight that. That's fantastic as well. And of course, Ms. Oliveras, Mr. Garhava, who's not here, Ms. Harris-Fracker, thank you all so much for just being outstanding staff members for our community, our learning community. I always say it takes everybody. Our folks in the classroom, folks ensuring that our campus is clean and just a wonderful environment for our kids to learn. And it's truly a team effort. So just thank you for all that you continue to do. Looking forward to continuing what you do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Landis. Thank you to our University High team. We have some little kids in the audience, some big kids in the audience. We got some cookies over here, so we're going to take a quick break to celebrate U High and have some cookies. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Excellence in academics.
Excellence in athletics.
Excellence in college and career readiness.
Excellence in extracurricular.
Excellence in traditions.
Excellence in services. Excellence in visual performing arts.
Excellence in every endeavor.
We're just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot more work to do. So where do we go from here? A+ School of Excellence.
Well, Joya being an A school is really exciting. It took a long way to get here and it was a lot of hard work. So it's really cool to see the accumulation of our work. And then now seeing it's like, look at all that hard work paid off.
It's great recognition for the kids that we have, which are some awesome kids, and the teachers that all the work that they've done in all curriculum, all classes, the dedication they have to make our students' lives better, the time that they put in. I think it's showing all the effort that a lot of people have put into this.
And when I started in 2017, we were a C. And so now being an A and being a part of that growth and change is really, if I think about it too hard, I might cry because it's really cool. We deserve that.
The thing that put us over the edge is that we had a principal who was steadfast in his commitment and consistency with how he wanted to approach staff, along with getting the right administrative team in play. Now I think we've got a team that works well together, that understands the mission, that understands the vision, and that we all support that and help the faculty understand that as well.
I think the journey has been 3 years long, so the A label is not just 1 year flash in the pan, we found something glorious. It is an accumulation of 3 years of work, commitment to the PLC process, and commitment to student learning over teaching, and that commitment has resulted in higher test scores.
It's definitely a team effort. I know that was one thing Dr. Sorensen really hit on today is from our support staff to cafeteria workers to everybody on campus every day. It makes a big difference to how we got here. So a big thank you to everybody, including our students. You know, students are a big part of it too. So it's just great for the community and great for everybody in the Avondale area.
I'm so happy for these kids. Of course, we're here, celebrating as a staff, but this is 100% about the kids. And I'm very happy for them. I couldn't be happier that we're in this position, and that to let you all know, we're not done. We're going higher than this.
We deserve this. We've earned it. I think I'm lucky because I've gotten a front row seat and I've gotten to be a part of this growth. So we just keep going.
Something I would like to add on is Dr. Sorensen put in a lot of work, and I think that should be recognized, and he really drove it. And I know sometimes it's hard and he gets pushback, or he's hearing all of these 125 teachers be like, ah, but we're doing it. I'm really proud of him.
Well, now that we're A, that just means we have to grind even harder because we have to maintain the A. That's the expectation. This needs to be something that just is. It's just what we do. Next up is A+ School of Excellence. Next up is IB World School. Next up is multiple A ratings all in a row until we are the perennial high school in Arizona, in the nation, and the world.
Sierra Linda is on the rise. Whether our students dream of going to college, joining the military, or finding the perfect career after graduation, we will be there every step of the way. We believe the high school experience should be filled with unforgettable moments.
My plans for after graduation would have to be attending Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, pursuing a bachelor's degree in psychology.
My school is my community.
My favorite thing about Sierra Linda has to be all the opportunities on campus, including the electives you can choose, the clubs, and the sports on campus.
Sierra Linda offers career and technical education options, performing and visual arts electives, 17 different sports, and more than 30 student clubs. We believe in your path, your future, your school. Join us. Let's rise together.
In Phoenix, we are the #1 public high school.
University High School has consistently been an A school and recognized as a top public school in the state as well as the nation.
Just a testament to the hard work that our kids put in, no matter what the variables are, the continuity and the continued sense of excellence is really what makes this special.
Every year is special, and every year I say, I'm not going to get attached to these freshmen, so someday I can retire, and that never happens.
Our students are, of course, motivated by academic achievement, but that's not the totality of who our students are. Offering them opportunities for volunteer work, clubs that give them opportunities to give back to their community. That's a big part of it too.
We are defying the odds and making a huge difference in our kids' lives. And this makes a difference in college knowing and going, as well as the future careers and even the networks that they are establishing and evolving in their future as they grow.
It changed my life coming here, from where I was as a teacher to where I am now, and to be able to give back to students and help them do whatever they want to do, that's really special. I love this place, and I'm so happy that I'm here, and I'm so happy that I get to share this with my colleagues.
I love what we do here. I love watching the students flourish and go and get to do great things. They come back for Alumni Day and they talk about how great their experience was here and how it prepared them for college.
We are enrolling now, so the students that we are looking for are highly motivated, highly talented students who want to make a change in the world. They're invested, there will be homework every night, but you will also be around this community of people who support you and challenge you, and you will grow. So enrollment is open at University High School, and we are seeking for highly motivated students who want to make a change.
Convene here for the fun stuff. All right, start off with our summary of current events. I'll throw it over to Superintendent Caius.
Yes, President Chapman, members of the board, this is the fun stuff. We have some more fun celebrations as they continue in the updates. And this first one is extra fun because the person we're celebrating doesn't know that we're celebrating them right now. So we've been trying to do this surprise at their campus, and it just didn't work out. And the person is a principal who is being recognized by Grand Canyon University as Arizona's Principal of the Month. And I'm not going to steal all the thunder. I'm gonna let Cheryl come up here and announce our Arizona Principal of the Month that is sitting out in the chairs, unsuspecting that this is about to be said.
Good evening, Board President, members of the board, superintendent, staff, guests, and students. I am Dr. Cheryl Paul, and I serve as the Assistant Vice President of K-12 of Strategic Alliances at Grand Canyon University. And I'm so honored tonight to be accompanied by my colleague, Mrs. Lori Garcia, and Carolyn Lobo, who is our only sponsor of this very, very prestigious award from Soul Architect. We are honored to be here tonight to recognize an exceptional leader whose impact is felt across the entire school community, and we're quite certain the district as well. We are also very sincerely grateful to the district leadership for submitting this nomination and for the opportunity to celebrate such outstanding leadership. It is also a privilege of ours to partner with Tolleson Union High School, where professionalism, commitment, and care for students is consistently evident every time we're here. We thank you for that. Tonight, we proudly recognize Dr. William Sorensen, principal of La Joya Community High School. This recognition, hi Bill, it's nice to see you. This recognition holds special significance as it represents one principal selected each month from across the entire state of Arizona. And in case we're curious, there's approximately 2,500 principals across the state of Arizona. Dr. Sorensen's leadership is grounded in purpose. It's certainly guided by his vision and driven by an unwavering commitment to the success of every student and staff member he serves. What truly distinguishes him is his authentic connection to his community. Through intentional outreach, culturally responsive practices, and meaningful engagement with families and partners, he ensures that every student, every individual, feels valued, seen, heard, and is respected. Colleagues continually describe Dr. Sorensen as a leader who leads with humility, listens with intention, and inspires growth in others. He cultivates a culture of trust, empowerment, and shared purpose. Under his leadership, La Joya Community High School continues to thrive as a place where collaboration is strong, continuous improvement is embraced, and student success remains at the heart of every decision. And we also understand, congratulations for that A+ 2025. It is our privilege to recognize Dr. William Sorensen as the March Principal of the Month. Dr. Sorensen, congratulations. Thank you, board members.
You gotta shake hands all the way down. Congratulations.
Thank you, board.
All right, thank you. And moving on with more celebrations. Recently, both of the Sierra Linda guitar ensembles competed at the Arizona State Guitar Festival. Both ensembles received a superior rating. A superior rating is the highest distinction awarded at the festival and is comparable to earning an A grade. It signifies excellence in performance, preparation, musicianship, and professionalism. These students demonstrated focus, discipline, and pride in representing Sierra Linda and the Tolleson Union High School District. Additionally, the professor of guitar at Arizona State University, one of the judges and adjudicators, expressed interest in collaborating with the program. Congratulations to the Sierra Linda Guitar Ensembles on this amazing accomplishment. And Tolleson Union students recently had an opportunity to visit Huntington University for a campus tour and to learn more about potential partnership opportunities. It was a great experience for our students to see a media-focused program and begin thinking about how we can continue to build something special at Tolleson. The students had an excellent time and came away inspired and motivated. And some more congratulations in order. The Arizona Department of Education Career and Technical Education Unit reviewed the Ridgeline Academy, Inc. for the Strengthening Career and Technical Education for the 21st Century Act Perkins 5 grant and state CTED compliance, and we are happy to report that all of TUHSD's CTE programs are compliant. Congratulations to George. Each program was also scored for quality and given a percentage score. Many districts are using the quality results to drive professional development and program improvement goals over the next 5 years. So congratulations to the entire CTE program, all of District CTE, for leading the way and providing quality opportunities for our students. And recently, students from La Joya Community High School attended an open rehearsal of the Phoenix Symphony's orchestra ahead of its weekend celebration. Lobo Band tuba player Devon Hunt was especially excited to meet Christina Cutts, tuba player for the Phoenix Symphony. while listening to the symphony play George Gershwin's Piano Concerto. Senior Itzel Bon Tijarna said, "I feel like I'm in a movie." So great event out there for them. And for our next one, I understand that Noah Benjamin is here with his teacher, so if they could come forward. Tolleson Union High School student Noah Benjamin has made it into the 2026 Arizona All-State Honor Choir. This is a huge accomplishment. Noah is one of 200 students out of the whole state of Arizona to have made it in. The choir will be directed by Anton Armstrong from St. Olaf College. The all-state performances will be at ASU's Gammage Theater the afternoon of Saturday, April 18th. So Noah, come on around so we can congratulate you. Great job. Have fun out there. Hey, if you want him to do it. If you want him to do it. There you go. More singing. I know it'll be the next American Idol we have out there. All right. During spring break, the Safety and Security Office conducted its inaugural first responder walkthrough at Westview High School. This important event was a collaborative effort between the TUHSD Safety and Security Office, the Avondale Police Department, the Avondale Fire Department, and the Phoenix Fire Department. The purpose of the walkthrough was to provide first responders with the opportunity to become familiar with our campuses. In the event of a violent critical incident, such as an active assailant situation, seconds matter. The more familiar our first responders are with our campuses, the greater the likelihood of an effective response that saves lives. We'd like to sincerely thank R.J. Erb from the Arizona Department of Education School Safety Program Office of Emergency Management, Principal Vicky Hott, Assistant Principal Aaron Carleone, Principal Natalie Quinones, Lead Security Officer Ramon Molina, Sergeant Otan, Officer Mercado, Officer De La Torre, and all the dedicated professionals from the Avondale and Phoenix Fire Departments. So great event held by them. And the 16th Annual Visual Arts Expedition installed last week in the 600 PVA building at Westview High School, and it's coming up tomorrow. So check the new board calendar that we put together and I emailed over to you. You'll see that event. The exhibition will begin on Wednesday, March 25th. The gallery will open at 5:15 p.m. and the award ceremony at 6 p.m. So again, all board members welcome to attend. And that's just a few of the updates since the last board meeting.
Thank you, Superintendent Kayes. Members, any updates? Member Dr. Linaire?
I don't have any updates specific to share. I just wanted to mention the Cesar Chavez situation, the allegations that came out recently. And I do believe that we've heard from community members requesting that we either change or address the date that we had set aside for our students. I'm concerned and deeply disturbed that apparently this change has already been made. I know that that NALEO, the National Association of Latino Elected Officials, sent out some guidelines for governing bodies that were impacted, specifically helping us navigate that renaming process and advising that we include the community. And I'm, again, disturbed that it appears that there was no conversation, there was no input from the community on what that could look like. And I'm deeply disappointed by that, but not surprised.
Members on.
Thank you. I did get a chance to, speak on that matter behind doors. Sometimes we have to be careful with open meeting laws, and something we could have brought to the agenda potentially. That's really up to what's written in our policy. As far as Cesar Chavez incidents, my deepest condolences to the victims and their families. What has unraveled, what will continue to unravel is how we proceed and how we go about making changes as a collective. I did speak with our superintendent behind scenes, and I think we need to look into our policy if there's anything there. I think it was just the celebration of the holidays that we may not need to move forward to recognize and so forth. Again, these kind of a discussion, we can bring it before the dais as a discussion for the public as well. But that just has to come through a consensus on behalf of the board. I don't really have any particular updates. There are so many things that has unraveled, since our last meeting. There's a lot of discord for me personally that I have experienced, some fortunate, incidents. Politics sometimes can get heated, and the worst scenario is the innocents that get splashed with, and sometimes it's hard for one person to stop that. But moving forward, we have to look at the roles we all play, and that we need to stay within our lane and chip in and be united as much as possible. The only people that really will be left out is our community members. Our community members are people that looks like you and me. It includes people like you and me. We need to think of it as a whole, and that this is not a corporation. This is a public institution that is funded by our tax money. We need to look now in the form of servitude. And that's what that's what I would like to, share. But we're going to do the best that we can. I do lean and expect, support and leadership with our board president and our superintendent Gaius, that they will steer in the right direction moving forward. I know sometimes it could be difficult, but it never hurts to make sure it's a collaborative effort, and two-way communication is always the best policy and best way. So thank you, and that's it for me.
Member Ortega-Romero.
Yeah, I want to welcome everyone back. I hope everyone had a restful spring break. Let's finish off the year strong. And then I also did want to mention I did attend the ribbon cutting for the SPED building in the Tolleson campus, and it was just amazing to see, tax dollars go to proper resources. That is extremely important for the education of our students. And I had a great time, just with everything that happened. So thank you.
Vice President Del Bosco.
Yeah, I attended the ribbon cutting as well, and I want to thank once again our hardworking staff that are in those buildings each and every day working with our kiddos to ensure they reach their fullest potential. It was awesome getting to hear some of those stories. Some of those kids are in AP classes. Some of those kids have come a long way from when they've come to us from other school systems that have made tremendous progress. I thought my favorite part was the students serving coffee. I mean, they had the coffee shop going. They had different flavors. As soon as we walked in, they greeted us. One student, would greet everybody with fist bumps. I mean, they were just so happy. It was a wonderful ribbon cutting. And I always say that our students, obviously with the most vulnerable needs, deserve every resource possible that we can do, that we can provide to help them reach their fullest potential post-high school. So again, thank you to our team who was part of that planning process and who gave their feedback to the architects and to the design crew there to ensure that it's set up perfect for our kiddos. I also had the chance to attend the Helios ASU Data Decision Theater today, which was very cool. It's a lot of data with regards to our own district and our own campuses. And I encourage all of my colleagues, maybe perhaps we need to organize a trip down there to dive deep into the data, to be focused on making data-driven decisions. Because there's a lot that we could do out there. And it was great to get a whole landscape on the economic outlook, the workforce, the career pathways for our kiddos. But there's certainly some great opportunities that exist, but you first have to have that data to be able to make those decisions. So other than that, that's my update. Thank you.
Thank you. I also was able to attend the ribbon cutting for the new ESS building. It was thanks to our project team for putting that together, taking the feedback from our staff and our admin team. Excited for our teachers and support staff at that campus or in that building. Everyone's super excited during the walkthrough. As my colleague said, the coffee station, just really great celebration for a new building there. And again, like we were saying, supporting all of our students and being able to have the dollars to invest to make sure that our students and our staff have the resources necessary is critical. So I want to thank the community for their continued support that allowed us to construct that building, as well as other projects on that campus and across the district. We also broke ground on our school number 8, Stray Vista Academy, which we're talking about later. A great celebration, again, continued investment of our community's dollars to provide unique and exciting opportunities for our students across the district. Also want to thank and appreciate all of our staff members that have been preparing our students for ACT testing, and certainly the folks proctoring these next couple of weeks. I'm excited to see the results and appreciate all your hard work as we've been leading up to that. Also, just want to mention real quick, I also been able to attend a couple of our Family Resource Center community meetings with Dr. Lagunas Quali. Has been running great community forums, great feedback sessions, including presentations from some of our partners and more to come. So I just want to thank her and her team for the work that she's doing to make sure that that resource center is providing everything that our students across the district need. And I guess really even saying that, I think something that opened my eyes a little bit more was a map that was shared with folks at that. It has obviously our outline of where our district boundaries are and a significant number of kids that are all around outside of it. Just like the UHI map, we have kids all over the valley that we're supporting on our campuses with our Callahan Closets and soon to be our Family Resource Center. So I just want to thank you again for you and your team that are spearheading that. That is all the updates I have, so we will jump into our public participation. We have 2 speakers. We'll set the clock for 2 minutes. I'll wait. Goodman's ready. Our first speaker will be Marcus Sinaceros. Ready with the clock? Okay.
Good evening, Superintendent Caius, President Chapman, members of the board, all those in attendance, and Tolleson Union community. My name is Marcus Sinaceros. I'm a proud graduate at West Point High School, class of 2023, and the proud governing board vice president of the Littleton Elementary School District, but noting I'm not speaking on behalf of the district or the board as an individual board member. I want to speak to the naming of the Estrella Vista Academy. I first want to start by recognizing that this high school is a state-of-the-art, and our own community is going to benefit from it. And my initial concern is that our district already has a name of Estrella Vista STEM Academy. And so it is about a 7-minute drive without traffic. And my initial concern, and a lot of community member concern within my district, is that this will create a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misplanning for our community. And I am super, super excited with the high school, but I'm asking that the board potentially reconsider the name of the high school. And there's a lot of other names we can do it. Just do a simple Estrella Vista High School, Estrella Vista Soul Academy, just so that our community has a better understanding of the difference between 2 high schools that are very close, 2 schools that are right next to each other. So it's pretty much my thoughts, but thank you all so much for your work.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Fernando Irby. And you'll have 2 minutes as well. Just 1 second, let her reset the clock there. Unless you can get it done in those 30 seconds.
I don't know about that.
All right, go ahead.
Good evening, Superintendent Caius, President Chapman, and members of the governing board. Earlier today, I was at the Arizona State Capitol standing for immigrants and against yet another anti-immigrant bill going through those halls because I deeply care about our Latino community. That's something I've always stood for and will continue to stand for. I also believe in supporting victims of sexual abuse. I think by now, almost all of us have heard the allegations that have come out about Cesar Chavez recently. And last week, I put out my own statement urging the governing board to rename the No School Day being observed by the school district on April 3rd as Cesar Chavez holiday to something else. I think we only know what we know when we know it, though. And as soon as we learned about the allegations, it was, in my belief, our responsibility to reflect and respond thoughtfully. And I believe that's exactly what the school district did. And so I wanted to take some time to thank the school district for that. The school district acted promptly and renamed the day to spring recess, and I personally appreciate that immensely. I know that there has been a lot of tension and division on this board over the last few months, to say the least, but this felt like one of those rare moments where we could come together and agree that the holiday does not reflect our values and our community. And I'm just hopeful that we can continue to find those rare moments of unity to move our district forward and make it something we can all be proud of. That's it. That's my public statement. I may not agree on other things with the current board or the district leadership, but I do believe in credit where credit is due. So again, thank you.
Thank you. All right, that concludes our public participation. We'll move into our information discussion items. Item 1 is the open meeting law complaint status report. Turn that over to Superintendent Caius.
Yes, President Chapman, members of the board, I'd like to bring up Ms. Stacy Almaraz to go over the update on the open meeting law complaints that were filed.
Good evening. Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, and members of the board. As you know, the Office of the Attorney General received 12 separate complaints between January and September of 2025, alleging open meeting law violations by the Tolleson Union High School Governing Board. The open meeting law enforcement team has reviewed these events and has drawn the following conclusions. Open meeting law complaint number 1, submitted by the Goldwater Institute regarding the January 3rd, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 2, submitted by the Goldwater Institute regarding the January 14th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open law meeting complaint number 3, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding the January 23rd, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 4, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding January 28th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 5, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding the February 25th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 6, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding the May 13th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 7, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding the March 4th, 2024 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 8, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera regarding the April 22nd, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 9, submitted by Fabian Prado regarding the May 21st, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 10, submitted by Michelle Dillard regarding the June 24th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, unsubstantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 11, submitted by Kimberly Owens. At the July 8th, 2025 Governing Board meeting, open meeting law was violated by a response that was given to a particular question raised during a citizen's allotted call to the public regarding what the schools plan to do if Immigration and Custom Enforcement, ICE, came to the district schools. This complaint was substantiated. Open meeting law complaint number 12, submitted by Dr. Elda Luna Najera at the September 9th, 2025 Governing Board meeting. The agenda violated open meeting law as it simply listed expulsion as an agenda item with no further information or context to inform the public of the matters to be discussed. Open meeting law requires that an agenda for a public meeting contain listing of the specific matters to be discussed, considered, or decided at the meeting. This complaint was substantiated. To remedy these 2 violations, the Office of the Attorney General requests that the members of the Governing Board conduct open meeting law training. We will schedule training with the Ombudsman Office at a future board meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Almaraz. So again, we'll definitely have something on a future agenda for open meeting law from the Ombudsman's Office. Members, any comments or questions? All right. Seeing none, we will move on to, thank you, Ms. Almaraz. Move on to our next item. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Do I have a second?
I'd like to request to poll.
What items?
Number 5, for discussion only.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item 5. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I'll look at Vice President Del Palacio. Mr. Ortega Romero.
Yes.
Member Sun.
Yes.
Member Dr. Lunanera. All right, that takes us to item 5, the approval of the Adelante Healthcare Inc. Learning Facilitation and Clinical Experience Agreement. Any questions or comments, members?
I would like to know the extent of the agreement of the contract, if someone can share that information.
Good evening, President Chapman, Vice President De Palacio, board members, and Superintendent Calles. The agreement is going to be for a year, so we're going to bring it to the board annually.
And which campus will be involved with this agreement?
Yes, good evening, President Chapman, Vice President Del Palacio, Superintendent Calles, and governing board members. This agreement will be for all our campuses. Every student participating in the internship program is part of the medical assisting program.
And what's the expected size enrollment?
The expected size enrollment, we're looking at 130 students plus for the upcoming school year.
Okay. What's the budget for the annual contract?
This is
This one,
MOU.
agreement.
Yes, there's no budget for the MOU. Right now, we're just looking to pipeline and provide students opportunities to demonstrate their skills within that organization.
And is this a renewal from previous years? We have this before, or is this the first time? Because I didn't see this last year.
No, this will be our first year of the
Okay.
partnership.
Okay, well done. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you both. Make a motion to approve item 5. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio. Member Ortega Romero.
Yes.
Member Sun.
Yes.
Member Dr. Lunanera. All right, that motion is. All right. That takes us to our.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I ask another question about that? The
We've
MOU?
already
Okay,
moved
never
on.
mind. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, our first action discussion item is the approval of the CTDS number for Estrella Vista Academy. Vice President Del Palacio.
So moved.
I'd like to.
I'll second. Members, discussion on the motion to approve the CTS number for Estrella Vista Academy.
I think based on our public comments and as well as other members that have shared with me outside of the board meetings, it's the confusion of the name Estrella Vistas Academy, and as we heard earlier, testimony with one of our feeder schools to be named, that's currently named Estrella Vista STEM Academy. The community don't call STEM Academy. They never use that. They use Estrella Vista, and then that's where it stops. Sierra Linda, that's where we stop. We don't go past 2 names. It just rolls off our tongue. I understand that there's other arguments that we have Tolleson Union High School District, Tolleson Union High School, Tolleson Elementary District, Tolleson Elementary School. The caveat there is that it's clearly defined it. We have identical surnames, pre and post, and that caused a lot of confusion. There is no other school out there that has this kind of pairing. I don't think it's fair for this community that will have enrollment in K through 8th and then high school. And if they were to get an invitation of events, knowing at times that it could be at the high school or it could be at their elementary school, and then someone that is tired from work, going through traffic, they can get easily confused. Australia Vista is what they've been using the name. We had to push that name even further. Tolleson Union High School, Tolleson Union District, Tolleson Union Elementary District, Tolleson Elementary, like those are all clearly defined. We don't have that with these two names. I strongly urge that we reconsider and to resurvey and reach out to our community for an alternate options. We owe that to the community. I mean, we just can't keep having these kind of names that's going to be further be confusing. It's we don't have any school out there that have this kind of a comparison. It's apple to oranges. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You know, Ms. Sun, thank you. I think that, you know, I made that mistake before where I've gone to a different location, my GPS, just, you know, in just the rush of the moment. But I will say, you know, I'm sure that this is something that was carefully thought out when making the decision to propose that. And, you know, I would just like to ask the administration or, you know, the Mr. President, you know, is there any way that, you know, we're going to distinguish the difference? Like, are we going to, you know, what resources are there? Or, you know, because I'm sure that this was brought up before, and I would just like to know, you know, if there was, what was the response there, or, you know, yeah.
Can I add something to it?
We'll let him respond. Go ahead.
Yes, Member Ortega Romero, Mr. President. So as you can imagine, when you have a school campus named Tolleson Union High School and a district office named Tolleson Union High School District, we have gone through at times where people get confused between the two. But what we're able to do is work with the metadata that goes into these search engines. And, you know, Mr. Ortiz is here. He can speak to it. Like when we saw that people were having that confusion, we're able to work with Google and them and make sure that the metadata is more accurately reflecting the location. So that way, when you are Googling, obviously, if you're looking for a high school, it's going to be able to take you to a high school. Additionally, like they get used to the names. You know, we have 4 buildings very identically named down this one mile street, and people are able to figure out the difference between Tolleson Elementary School District versus Tolleson Elementary School, Tolleson Union High School District versus Tolleson Union High School, and to the extent where we think people aren't going to go more than 2 names, Tolleson Union, like they would figure out though what they're going to. Like we're able to do those pieces. We have faith that the community can tell the difference between a elementary school and a high school.
And I'll add, during my time, I've not seen like a flyer or a social media post or even an invite email from a student club that, you know, the branding and stuff wasn't clear of where an event was or where the school is, especially now with all of our new branding being copyrighted and redone by our team. Same thing will happen with the new school. Well, obviously, we already have like a logo design in the name. So just like with all the other schools, our communications team and our schools will make it very clear on like which campus we're talking about when we're hosting an event or future freshman night or you know, anything like that. So again, it's just on us to be clear in communication like we are with any of our schools and any of the programs that we're having.
I like to add that go ahead.
And I would just add that from a different point of view, or to bring a different perspective to this, is that I think this creates alignment and early brand loyalty between parents and communities. If they're sending their kids to Estrella Vista STEM Academy, they're going to know our high school is a CTE high school. I kind of like that career pathway connection. I think there's an opportunity for us to even partner and brand, create a marketing strategy to ensure enrollment for the entire community is stabilized. We know enrollment is tough, but I see this as an opportunity to really leverage the power of both districts to create that STEM CTE career pathway from elementary school on up to high school. So I see it as a way to build early brand loyalty, familiarity, recognition, and alignment with our district feeder partners, which I wish we had more of.
The arguments that was just given is not an exact replica of the scenario that we have at hand. Google Map, any GPS can differentiate the Tolleson Union High School District, the Tolleson Union High School, the Tolleson Union Elementary District, Tolleson Elementary School. All those are clearly defined in its name through the GPS system. Australia Vista STEM Academy versus Australia Vista Academy is the confusion that the community don't want. The district that the Australia Vista STEM Academy belongs to do not want us to have this name. It will cause confusion. This was shared by their community members, their staffs, their teachers, their board members, as well as their superintendent. And we're going to sit here and just go forward with a name that they know is already causing concerns. I don't think this is partnership. I think this is where we know that the vendors that we spoke with admit that they did not know that we had a feeder school by the name of Australia Vista STEM Academy. They did not know. They did not know until the day before the groundbreaking event. Those are their words. They are okay with the name change. This name belongs to the community. I mean, if we're just going to be, hard-headed about this, I don't think this is the way we should be governing. We need to be a little bit more considerate. We can't just copy 3 out of the 4 words that they themselves don't even use. They use Australia Vista. We will end up using that too. And Google Map will get that confused because it ends with Academy. All Tolleson name ends with their designated establishment, their entity, district, high school, elementary. It's all clearly defined. And any GPS, any system, any venue will be able to distinguish. All I'm saying is that maybe we can change the academy to high school or change Australia Seoul Academy. Anywhere there's one change is all is needed. We're not asking for a complete, makeover here. We need to be considerate. We can't just say, oh, well, we're just gonna be stubborn and pick and stick with this name, even though the vendors agreed that they did not know that there was a feeder school by Australia Vista STEM Academy. So I strongly consider that we should rename it to high school possibly, and not the academy. I mean, I think that's a fair compromise, for the community. We can't just sit here and make our own decision without the community's input and the district school that has this name already.
Yes, Mr. President. And so again, just a reminder, we did speak with the community. We had at the Phoenix Raceway, we had thousands of surveys completed when we took in input for names, for mascots, colors, things of that nature. We've worked directly with students. It's been open to staff. I have, for the last year, even been asking if board members or anyone else has any suggestions that we could throw those into the hopper. To do something arbitrarily here that hasn't gone through any of that would be not working with the community. If we just suddenly change the name to Australia Seoul Academy, which would give an acronym of ESA, and ESA does not have a good connotation in education, I think that would be somewhat disrespectful to the community. In regards to the people that were mentioned, I talked to the superintendent of Littleton. He had no issue. I don't know who's being referenced as the vendor that didn't know. The vendors were well aware that the other schools with similar names were not just Australia Vista STEM Academy, but there's an Australia Foothills High School. And yes, they were well aware of that. We discussed that. We did name searches before we went through and did any of this. Same with the Roadrunner mascot, like that was original creation. It was branded out. It was checked. all of these items were researched long before this came to the board. So these
I
things
beg
were
to
investigated, these people were talked to, and
No, that's
there
not
was a
true.
process.
That's
Mr. President, I'd like
absolutely
to
not
call the
true.
question.
So I just want to repeat the fact that when we did the survey, no one knew in the community that we had a feeder school by the name of Australia Vista Academy. And the fact that you said the superintendent of Littleton had no issue, that is a false statement, absolutely false. And that is something that you can't, say, because we
I
heard
mean,
from the community.
We're not
So
going to do that.
it's not doing this or that. It's the fact that we need to tell the truth and not to just brush things aside and say
I
that
could call
we've
them
done
right
this.
now.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, we're
And
not
what
going
we're
to
going
do
to,
that. Yeah.
then you need to speak with our superintendent. He's the one who made the statement. I'm going to just say, go do you, and let me finish my statement. And the fact that we are sitting here, not making a decision, but to reconsider and to take a pause and think about this. You said Estrella Vista Foothills High School. That's differentiated. That's apples and oranges. That's good. This is not. Academy. This is what confused the community. So, I mean, if we're going to say something, we need to stick to the truth and not try to brush it and paint it in a different distorted view. When we did this survey, nobody knew, or the ones that participated didn't know the extent of the name that was out there. And a lot of the community doesn't even know about our high school's name.
We're being repetitive, so.
And I called the question.
Yeah, sir.
Sorry, just one more. Ms. Sun, I know I can see a portion where you're coming from, but you mentioned like Estrella Vista is known as Estrella Vista versus Estrella Vista STEM Academy, but then you mentioned that you want Estrella Vista Soul.
No, it's not what I want. I'm saying that let's reconsider. Let's take a pause and find another solution to a different name. We need to go out to the public, let them know the issue that we're having is that we have community members within our feeder school that we need to respect their voice, number one. And number two, we need to do another survey to let them know the scope and the concern and the issue that we're having. And as far as the vendors, I did speak with the vendor at the 8th school, groundbreaking. And they said they did not know until the day before that there was a feeder school by that name, with the exception of STEM, of course. It's not about what name, it's about giving another option. It's not about what we want right now. It's that let's take a pause and let's reconsider and let's reach out to the community and say, hey, we have a feeder school by the name of, and if they still want this name, then that's great. That's great. But we did not offer that. We didn't give them all the parameters and the concerns and the obstacles that are in the way.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll just say before we go, I think, this name went through the hopper in many different occasions, including, I believe you took it to the student council at La Joya, who some of those kids, possibly siblings or whatever, would be going to the new school. Supported, I think even gave you some feedback on how to spruce up the presentation. And again, I think, doing it now, we have time to make sure that the branding and the communication and certainly making sure the Google Maps is specific on where our location is gives us the time to do that. So I just want to thank everyone that had a part in providing us feedback on naming, school logos, design of the building. So with that, Ms. Goodman, are you ready for vote? All right.
I have a point of order. My point of order is we don't use Robert's Rules of Order, so you can't call the question.
Okay.
Why do you say point of order?
Yeah, we don't do that either, but I didn't also move to that, so.
You can't call the question.
Okay, then I didn't know. All right, ready, Ms. Goodman? All right, I will vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yes.
Member Ortega Romero?
Yes.
Member Sun?
No.
And Member Dr. Luna Nair? All right, with that, the motion carries. Thank you. All right, item number 2 is discussion and consideration to approve the governing board schedule for FY27. Members' calendars in the agenda. Any questions or comments?
Yes, I have a request. If we can table this and to reschedule one particular date and then bring this back for a vote or approval.
Well, what particular date?
I believe it's August. It's one of the meetings in August. The
Which
first, I think it's the first one. And just to have that moved, I know that will require a little bit of shift in the month before and after. But if that could be requested, I'd be greatly appreciated.
Do any members have any objection to approving the calendar with the exception of August 11th and scheduling that one as needed? All right, I'll make a motion to approve the calendar with the exception of August 11th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Ms. Goodman, all right, perfect. I'll vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yes.
Member Ortega Romero?
Yes.
Member Sun?
Yes.
Member Dr. Lunanera? All right. Includes our action items. Requests for future agenda items. Feel free to email those over to Superintendent Kayas. Our future meetings is, actually, I closed my thing out. We do have a meeting in April, though. I know that. April 7th and April 28th. With that, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? All right. So. All right, I vote yes. Vice President Del Palacio?
Yep.
Member Ortega Romero?
Yes.
Member Sun?
Yes.
And Member Dr. Lunanera? All right, thank you, everybody. We are adjourned. Have a good night.